Hi everybody, this is Sue. I'm coming to you from my kitchen to introduce to you the new deluxe electric grilling griddle. Let me see if I can turn this just so you can see it. So this is our deluxe grilling griddle. It stores flat like this, so you can actually carry it along with you. It's plugged in, so you probably want to unplug it before you carry it. Anyway, so it's plugged in, but this is what it looks like when it's in. It's nice and narrow. It fits nicely into my cupboard. So I'm going to flatten this down here and explain what this does. So when you purchase this grilling griddle, it is going to come with 2 sets of plates. So this is our grill plate. It comes with 2 of those. And then we have our griddle plate, which is the flat surface plate. So you get 2 of those. If you would choose, you can get, whoops, I gotta unlock this, sorry. You can get our waffle plates, which look like this. So I'm gonna be using the waffle plates, but I wanna explain how this actually works. So when you go to use this, you can drop it down and cook flat and closed. You can actually, and I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to turn this a little bit more. I can adjust the button on the side here. I thought you could see that. Adjust this button back, and I can get this plate, the top plate, to hover over. So there's space here, and that space is going to allow me to melt cheese on a pizza or on burgers or whatever. So it has another button on the side here, which I'm going to use to lay this out flat. Now the reason I would lay this out flat is maybe I'm doing sausage and sausage and bacon and eggs over here, or pancakes over here for a breakfast. It has a dual control, so I can have a temperature here maybe of 250, and maybe this is going to be up to 400 or whatever, so I can adjust my temperatures between the plates, which is really nice. I'm going to turn this around real quick. It has a hole on the side here where I can just poke in my probe. So the probe is good for meats and things like that. I used it for my chicken earlier, and it beeps when the temperature of the meat gets to where you want it. So here it is. On-off button is in the back here. So you want to turn it on. Mine's a little tiny bit of splatter on it from cooking the chicken. So if you see a little splatter, you'll know why. It has different settings here, which make it very easy to use. So custom, sear, panini, griddle, and just to keep warm. So if I have pancakes and I just want to keep them warm for my family, I can. It has a probe button. You can add 30 seconds to the time. It has a top-bottom temperature, so that's when I adjust them separate. So when it's laying flat, obviously this is your top temperature, your bottom temperature, based on that. So this is a great piece to have. I am going to set this. So I need to set for, well, it comes with, let me show you what else it comes with real quick. And I can't remember where I set it. Here it is. It comes with this little tool for cleaning your grill plates. I want to show you, I kind of had a lot of goo on here, but this stuff wipes off. I mean, I don't even know that I would need that. I just got it a little bit of wet. And I don't know if you can see how easily the little bit of brining from the chicken comes off. See it on my finger or whatever. So anyway, so they clean up super easy, and that to me is a big bonus with anything in my kitchen. I love easy clean. It comes with a little cookbook here. Let's see if I can show you that. Here's the little cookbook. I laminated mine and spiral bound it just because I'm a mess in the kitchen, so probably wouldn't be able to read this at all later, within a couple weeks after using it. But it has different recipes in it, and I chose if I can find it, it's towards the back. Sure, maybe not. Here it is. Barbecue chicken, cornbread, waffle things, or whatever. So we're gonna do those. And it's telling me that I want to custom set my temperature. So I'm gonna close this up. I'm going to turn it to custom, so I just adjust this till the custom button lights up, and turn it just till it hits that. And when I press it in, it's going to ask me for how many minutes, and I want 6. So I'm going to set the 6, and whoops, I did this wrong, cancel, sorry. I want 6 minutes, and then it should give me, there it is, there's temperature. So I don't want it at 450, I want it at 350. So I'm going to drop this down to 350 and hit the button. It'll get a little spinny thing, kind of like our quick cooker, that'll spin until it's ready, and then it will beep when the temperature is done. It also has down here, so when I'm doing meats and things that maybe are greasy, it has a drip tray that comes completely out. So you can clean that and keep this clean. So while this is going, we're gonna move over to my other little station here to work on some stuff here. So I did chicken earlier on the grill over there. So what I'm doing is I'm using our salad choppers. Most people refer to these as our chicken toppers, and it allows me to quickly chop up my chicken to be like a shredded chicken. So even when it's hot, these are great for chopping up chicken. I can do other things like your, lettuce and things like that, pork for pulled pork or whatever. But these are one of the big sellers. It's double bladed, if you can see that. And then they have really nice blades on them. And then they lock for storage. So we've got that. So we're gonna get that rolling. I did mix up my cornbread mix, so I've got that going. Don't ask me what possessed me to try a new barbecue sauce. Usually not so creative, but this one sounded really good. It's a smoking chipotle. So, and it's sugar-free. I guess that's probably why I picked it. So we probably shouldn't tell my husband that. So don't tell him that I picked a sugar-free barbecue sauce, but I did, and it looked like it had a lot of flavor, and that was the only reason I decided to try it. So we're gonna take our barbecue sauce and put it into our measure-all cup. I adjusted the measure-all cup before I started, which these things are great for everything. I just like it because it's great for shortening, it's great for molasses, it's great for honey, it's great for anything peanut butter, anything gooey. So when I go to put this in, I can just tip it, push, scrape the end, and everything is in. And then if you push in the center here to release the seal, you can adjust it back to the next measurement that you want. Up is for solids, so what we've been using, but even though it was a sauce. And this side is for if I wanted milk or something that's gonna easily pour out. So that's just how that thing goes, and I love that. I should grab some paper towel. So we're just gonna mix this into our chicken. So we have some yummy flavor to it. I do season my chicken. You don't really have to, but I'm a seasoned girl, and mine happens to have smoky applewood on it. Maybe I should have put some chipotle in there for a little bit of zing, since I have a chipotle barbecue sauce. So there's the consistency of that. So we're gonna put that aside. Now I'm gonna show you this awesome tool. It's a newer tool, and so I will show you this because, all right, so here is how it stores. And I'm gonna take this and I'll show you the back here first. So if you can see, there's a circle that's solid. That is for slicing. So if I wanna slice, I'm gonna tip this to slice. The next one, if I turn it, whoops, gotta go this way. Turn it to here, that is a French fry cut. And then the last one is a julienne cut. So depending on what I wanna do with the thing, you can adjust it. And then this is your thickness. So obviously thin starts at 1 and it goes all the way up to 8 based on what you want to do. So we're gonna just try, I'm gonna do onions, and I think I'm gonna try a French fry cut because I never have. So we'll try that just to see what it shoots out like. Actually, I should show you what slice does. But anyway, so then you got this button, and if you lift up on it and open this, this is where your blade is. And this is so it keeps your hands protected. And then here's your food chute. So we're gonna set that on here, lift the button and let it go. This is your food pusher, so it pushes your food through. To release this, I don't know if you saw that, you just twist the handle, and that releases this so that I can slice. And this is your collector. So this is for collecting your food. Now if I wanted to do French fries or something, I could. I'm trying to get you a good view of what this is gonna do. And actually I'm gonna turn it back to slice, only because I feel like you guys should see it slice. And I'm gonna go a little bit on the thinner side. I'm gonna cut a chunk of my onion, And I know I won't need this much onion, but I want to show you how nice and thin this slice is. Of course, it's thin. You get the biggest onion you can. So anyway, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with onions. I have a lot of people that say, oh, I hate onions, don't put onions on it. Onions are not all the same. So you have so many different variations of onions. So you have your yellow onions, which are the strongest. You have white, red, and Vidalia, which are a little bit sweeter. Vidalia, because of the size, are probably the ones I would pick if I was doing onion rings or something like that. Red is great raw. I love this in a salad or whatever, so you can use this in a salad or whatever you choose. And white, again, is a little bit sweeter. That's usually what people will pick when they're doing a picnic and they're putting them on their hot dogs or their hamburgers or whatever. I actually use red for a lot of that. So red is my go-to. So we're gonna just kind of drop this in, and you're gonna see I've got some little slices here. And let's say, you know, I didn't like how that went, I can just dump it back in and roll it again if I want to push it through again just to get a little bit smaller. This is going on my sandwich, so I probably want it a little bit smaller, and I could have picked a white onion or whatever. Whoops, why is this? I'm stuck. There it goes, it was a piece of onion. So anyway, it just falls into the back here. So I'm gonna put it back to my original choice, which was a thinner, like a julienne. I'm gonna do a little bit more. And there's never too much onion in my book. Now look at what it did with the julienne. I don't know if you can see that, but look at the little diced onions. And that would be like almost perfect for a salad. So this is great on potatoes. I've done potatoes on it. I've done sweet potatoes on it, all sorts of fun things. I'm just gonna set that aside because I'm gonna use this again. So we're gonna take this and throw it in a bowl. Real quick here. So we're gonna throw that in a bowl because we're gonna put pickles on here. And I chose, oh, and I don't know if you heard that. Hear that? Suctions right to your countertop if you're using it on your countertop. I don't mind having that be on here. I am also going to do pickles on this. And I am actually gonna go back to slice, the slice button. So I'm gonna switch this around. And I'm gonna go into just the thin, just to see how thin it does. And because we're gonna have pickle slices on our sandwich. So can you see that? Nice thin slices of pickle. So this is another great, actually, I like pickles, so we're gonna do a couple more because we'll be lucky to have all these. Not eaten by the time I put these 4 sandwiches together, although I can't eat in front of you, can I? All right, so this is ready to put in our batter, which thickened up a little bit. I apologize, I don't know. Probably shouldn't have made it so quickly. All right, we're gonna run back over to our waffle maker. There's the waffle maker. I am going to lift this up and set that back here real quick. And it's telling me to add ingredients. So this button says add. Now each of these is gonna make 2 sandwiches, is how much I'm making. And it calls for about a 1/2 cup of our batter in each side. This scoop is 2 tablespoons. So if you're looking at our scoops, I don't know how familiar are you with our scoops, but we have 3 sizes. Medium is my go-to for cookies or whatever. So we're gonna take that and we're just gonna flatten that down. And I'm gonna hit the add button. It's gonna turn it to my 6 minutes, and that'll be, when that's done, it'll ding ding. This is the first time I made these, so, oh, and I forgot to butter it. Okay, so if it doesn't come out, if it sticks to it, it's my fault. So we just won't tell anybody. All right, so while we're waiting for that, let's see how much time I have. I've got about 5 minutes. It'll be just about enough time to do this. If you're not familiar with our close and cut, this thing is amazing. I'm gonna grab one more. I wanna get just cutting board all week. So this is our close and cut. It's gonna allow me, and this is how I like to cut my chicken. So when you get chicken and you get the little thin, see how thin that is? See how thick that is? It's not gonna go very even, you know, cook very evenly. So if I drop this in my close and slice, close the lid, put my knife in and slide it to the back. This is going to, can you see that? Look at how nice that is. That end and that end are pretty close to the same. This one's gonna be a little bit different because we've got the thinner end here. Here's your thinner end. It's almost the same. So anyway, it's gonna give you a nice even cut. So I love the close and slice. And that's how I did my waffle stuff. We've got about 4 more minutes on that, and I probably should have saved some of this to go for that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our waffles. Once they're done, we're gonna put some of the chicken mixture in here. So we're gonna put in enough chicken mixture. Oh, and I forgot cheese. I think somebody else told me they forgot cheese when they made this. So I cheated and I bought sliced cheese. I wish we came out with our cheese cutter again. We had an amazing wired cheese cutter that I personally loved. I know, I don't know if everybody else did, but we're gonna take a couple slices of cheese. For this, we're gonna use cheese. We're gonna build it with waffle, chicken, this stuff here, cheese, pickles, onions, and then the second waffle, and we'll close it back up. And I'll leave that top lid to waffle, you know, like to float, because when I drop it down on the sandwich, I don't want to squish it. So if it's set in this position, it comes down, that back end is going to get really smushed, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going to move this stuff over to build. So you guys, I don't know if we've got enough to show you, but I will post a picture of the done product for you guys to see in my video. So this is going, we've got 3 more minutes on here, and it's smoking a little bit. I really want to open it and peek. I don't know if anybody else is like me, but I'm a peeker. So we're going to grab my spatula. All right. I like to peek at things, and I can't with this. This is going to drive me nuts. So anyway, tongs, these are one of my favorite tongs. These are our small chef's tongs, a nice little size, gravity lock. So when you hold them this way and squeeze, they lock up. When you hold them this way and squeeze, they unlock. So I love our gravity locked things here. So we are, 2 minutes out. Should I peek? Oh, I love to peek. I'm gonna peek, don't. I'm glad I peeked. Wow, they look like they didn't need the full 3 minutes. So I am going to pull these out for a minute, and I'm gonna set them on my flat pan. I'm going to, I probably should use my hot pads for this. I'm gonna set these to the side. Bowl in a china cabinet there. And we are going to throw in our flatties. So we're going to throw in bottom, and we are going to throw in top pan. And it's going to show an error, and I apologize, but I'm going to throw that in real quick. And I'm going to cancel this. And I'm going to go over to panini real quick, and I'm going to set it and let it heat up a quick second. And while that's working, I'm going to take this and a little bit of, I'm glad I'm a peeker. I don't know why that didn't look so hot. It looked like it might have burned if I left it the full time. So, and maybe I didn't put enough waffle mix in it. Maybe I calculated wrong. We're going to throw on a little bit of onion. We're going to throw on pickles, a lot of little pickles, maybe a little bit more onion. I don't know. I do like onion, and the sweet onion is different than, you know, the yellow onion or whatever. I wouldn't do this if it was yellow, for sure. Some pickles. They kind of look like those little stackers you get that you pay extra for. And then we're gonna throw on the stuff there, and we're gonna lay that on top. And I'm gonna close it. I know it's not totally heated up right now, but that's all right because I'm running out of time. And you guys, I will send a picture of what this looks like and let you know what my husband thinks. That's, if it gets past the husband, you know it's good. So guys, have a great evening.